Hey guys, so thank you guys so much for joining me today on my YouTube channel. My name is Christy Asa and I hope you're excited to be here. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Remember, sharing is caring. So share this video with whosoever you come across with because they need this information. If you don't already know, I am a retired nurse. I am a full-time real estate investor. From nursing to entrepreneur, so pretty much a nursepreneur, and I'm going to be educating you guys on my journey as a real estate investor, specifically an Airbnb host and a super host. Today we're going to be talking about pricing. Now, if you watched my previous video, I kind of gave you guys a little rundown of how I got started in an Airbnb, and pretty much from my backyard. I used my own unit. But then I know you guys are wondering, but how did you make profit? How were you able to, make the numbers work? It's a numbers game, right? It has to work. It has to make sense for you financially. You don't want to invest in anything that you really are not going to be getting anything out of it in the long run. So yes, pricing is very, very important for your unit. For you to go home with some kind of money in your pocket after your rent is paid, after your cleaners are paid, after you pay your subscription to the apps, it really has to make sense. One of my little tips I learned that really helped me was going to Zillow and going onto Airbnb, like they're side by side. Let's take, for example, I'm going to talk to you guys about the Burger King method. I actually learned this from my mentor. The Burger King method is, if we already know McDonald's, right? McDonald's spends millions of dollars looking for the right location, running ads, just making sure they have the perfect sweet spot for the clients to service the clients. And then they come over there and they set up their whole McDonald's fast food location, right? Now, what does Burger King do? Burger King is like, you know what, you did all the work already. Thank you. We are just gonna set something across the street from you. Guess what? If you don't want to eat McDonald's, you might as well just drive by and just, grab your Burger King or whatever the case may be. So that's the Burger King method. They let McDonald's do all the work and they just literally come be their neighbor right there without doing anything or without really having to stress about doing anything. So that's pretty much what pricing is all about with the Airbnbs. Now, it's easy. You go to Zillow, you pick a location, which it's already, like I said, your backyard is the best way to start. You look at what rents. Go to Zillow on the search bar, put in for rent over there, what properties are renting for in your area. Now you go onto Airbnb, you want to search in that same location, but there's a checkbox that you can check to make sure that you are just getting the super host. So you pick on the super host. When you hit on that checkbox, the only thing that appears in front of you is just the super host. So that gives you an idea of how much the super hosts are charging in that particular location per night. Let's say, for example, Zillow tells you rent in your area is going for $2,000, right? And you go to your super host. Your super host, they're charging anywhere from $225 to $250, or from $190 to $250, whatever the case may be. You pick a number in the middle. Let's say average they charge $200 per night. You multiply that by 10, that gives you $2,000. Now that's your rent for the month already, right? And there are 30 days in a month. So you still have 20 more days to play with the numbers to make sure that you're getting some kind of money inside of your pocket. So that's an idea you have. You don't want to go around stretching yourself out. Oh my God, how am I going to get the pricing right? How am I going to get some income coming in? Just follow what the super hosts are doing, looking at what they are pricing it for. Pick an average. You don't want to go too low or too high, but you want to be in the middle, just enough for you to make some profit and to be able to take something home in your pocket after everybody is paid. You pick that number, you charge that price for 10 days. You can literally play around with the figures after that. Now, pricing is important, but besides you choosing that range, besides you looking at Zillow and the super hosts and what they're doing, you also have to remember your setup is very important. You don't just want to set up a regular basic Airbnb. If you're telling people to come stay at your house for $200 a night, now you better be ready to give them what they're looking for. Because I tell you, after they leave, they're going to drop you a review that is not going to be pretty, and nobody's really going to want to pay you that $200 a night. So make sure that when you are taking your pictures, take professional pictures. Now for a start, you're just starting out, you really don't have that money, you don't have the finances. You can take nice looking pictures on your phone, and I'm going to educate you guys on how to take pictures, but you can take professional pictures after that. Take professional pictures. When you get couches, get something that pop. Get yellow. In one of my Airbnbs, I literally have two of these nice couches. So get two of these. Get yellow, get whatever color really pops, and get white sheets. Get something that makes them feel like they're at home, because when they take that picture, they look, they're like, oh my God, I want to stay here. This is the place. This is what hotels do. They give you that real good, beautiful view, and you're like, if I do not rent this place, I don't know, I'm not going to go on this vacation. So you want to do something really capturing. Now, alongside that, you want to make sure that your response rate is very important. Guests want to be, they want to have a reply like right away. Not that you have to reply to everybody right away, but the way you handle their issues, the way you handle their concerns is also very important, because all of that is going to help with your review, and it's also going to help you with your superhost status, and it's also going to help you price accordingly. Because if you have all these good reviews, this place was phenomenal, the response rate was great, check-in was easy and fast, people are going to look at it. They're not even going to worry about the pricing, because everybody wants to see, I'm paying for this service, what am I getting in return? You know, the place is free of bed bugs. They want to look at all of those little things. Now, once you have good reviews, listen, this has worked for me. You can charge whatever as long as it makes sense to the people. You can literally play with your numbers, and they are going to pay you for that, because they know they're paying for something that they're going to get. They're looking at your reviews, they're looking at what people are saying, they're looking at the response time, they're looking at proximity, something I also have to talk to you guys about. If you pick a location, right, you don't want to go somewhere that is far out, that nobody's going to come around. You want to go, one of my locations is actually in the middle of everything. It's between the airport, and it's around stadiums, because I know during the football season, I get a lot of bookings during that time. They usually, parents and families literally come there during that season. It's booked the most during that time. Don't get me wrong, it's literally always booked, but the most I get long-term guests during that time, because they come there for their kids. And for travel nurses, they like something that is closer to the hospital. Now, something closer to the hospital is going to be more expensive, but I stretch it out just a little bit, so in case the travel nurses cannot afford that, other guests can afford that. So I just push it out just a little bit. But for travel nurses, I try to make sure that it's around something where they can easily go to work off of that. But it's like I said, it has to make sense for you. But guys, when you are choosing an Airbnb, when you're picking your pricing, always think about the Burger King method. Just go to Zillow, see what rents are going for in your area, and go to Airbnb and see what the superhosts are charging. Pick a number in the middle, multiply that by 10, you get your number right away. You get your you get your house, your rents for that property right away, and anything off of that, you literally can play with it. That's what you take home with you to your pocket. And on top of you picking a location and looking at what the superhosts are doing, always make sure that you're backing up your price. Okay, the place got to look good. Your response time has to be top notch. Your lighting, your pictures has to be really good. Your location has to be A1. And that is what builds you up to be able to charge your clients the price that they charge. Like I said, on this Airbnb where I make $50,000 a month, guys, I call it luxury. It's literally the luxury away from the noise. And I treat it like my baby. So I have to make sure it's perfect for the guests. I mean, the guests are always going to complain, but guess what? If you have so many reviews, they don't really look at the other 1 or 2 people who just have something to say. But guys, that's my tip for you guys when you're picking an Airbnb on how to select the pricing to make sure the numbers work. It's a numbers game. It has to work for you. It has to make sense for you. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, sharing is caring. My name is Chrissy Asa. I'm a retired nurse, now a real estate investor, and I pretty much love to invest in Airbnb. I will see you guys on the next video.